What is going on, guys? It's Zach Herbert here. I'm going to be taking you guys through my process when it comes to setting goals, accomplishing them, and just making sure that I'm taking myself to the next level every single day. Self-improvement's what it's all about. These are super powerful tips and tricks. How powerful? You're about to find out. Now, while I get all my lighting and stuff set up, I want you to take this time to really think about a goal that you want to apply to what we're about to talk about. Think of a goal that you want to accomplish maybe in the next 30 days, maybe in the next 3 months, maybe in the next year. Just take that time right now during this little B-roll sequence to think about that. All right, so now that you've kind of thought about a goal that you might want to do, whether it's losing weight, whether it's starting that business, whether it's just cleaning your room, cleaning your house, whatever it might be, no matter how small it is, it's still important no matter what. And these are really important. You're already watching this video, so you know the importance of creating the goal itself. What people don't always talk about is the fact that you write that goal down. Now it's something that's real. It's not just a thought that's gonna float away and you're never gonna think about again. It's written down, it's something that you can refer back to. Therefore, it's always gonna be at the top of your mind. It kind of trains your subconscious to make all these tiny decisions throughout the day that are gonna lead you to that goal. And that goal that you just thought of during that past B-roll sequence, write it down. People are so much more likely to do their goals and accomplish their goals if they write them down. So go ahead, write them down right now while I finish getting this all set up. All right. So now that you've written down your goal, let's take it to the next step. Let's make sure it's the right type of goal and you're not just setting yourself up for something that's just gonna lead you to failure right away. So I want you right underneath that to write the words smarter. Now, some of you may have heard the term smart, but we're gonna add an ER to it today. Now, let's go through each letter. The first one is specific. S stands for specific in smarter. And for that one, we're gonna have to ask ourselves the 5 W. Who, what, when, where, and why. And I want you to write this down and answer these questions for your goal. Who does your goal need to involve to accomplish it? Do you need to ask somebody for advice? Do you need to learn something from somebody? Does somebody need to help you obtain something? Write down who is needed to accomplish that goal. The what is pretty simple. What physical things might you need and what it is that you actually want the end result to be. The next W is where. Where do you need to go to accomplish this goal? Do you need to go to a running store? Do you need to go to Walmart? Do you need to go to school? Do you need to take some online classes? Where is it that you're going to be able to accomplish this goal the best? When? When do I want to achieve this goal? And that goes down to just being specific. The S in smarter also is for specifics. And all of these who, what, when, where, and whys should be able to be answered in a few words or less. And lastly, probably the most important W is the why. Why do you want to achieve this? Is it gonna help you be a better person? Is it gonna get you into shape? Is it going to make you feel better about yourself? Is it gonna boost your self-confidence? Is it going to get you that car that you always wanted? It's just, there's so many whys, but the why is the most important part when it comes to accomplishing a goal that you set for yourself. Now, I'm gonna use the example of, I wanna run a marathon. I'm not a big runner, but I wanna run a marathon. And what do I need to do to accomplish that goal? For my 5 W's, the who, I have a friend that runs marathons all the time. I need to hit him up, see what my training schedule should be like and how I should build up to running this marathon. Maybe I need to start with a 5K first. Where am I gonna run my marathon? I should go out and pick a target marathon to be trained for. And that also goes along with the when. The target marathon date is going to be when I'm going to accomplish my goal. And the why, I've always been about pushing myself to the limits, and I think this is really the next step that I need to go to be able to physically push myself and accomplish something that I've never done. And honestly, I've never even been sure that I could do it. But I know that if I set this goal and I break it down to small enough steps, that I will accomplish this goal and I will run a marathon. Go ahead and take a few minutes right now next to the S, which is specific. Write down specific things on the who, what, when, where, and why. Now the next letter in SMARTER is M, and that stands for measurable. If you have no way of measuring your goal, you have no way of tracking your progress and seeing if you're really going to get to that end result, which is your ultimate goal. So if I want to run a marathon, I need to be able to run X amount of miles nonstop, and I want to be under a certain amount of time. So the way I can track that is maybe having a goal average mile time and really working towards getting down to there and then building my endurance after that. And I can really track that and measure it throughout the entire process. This doesn't always have to relate to fitness. It can be anything. It could be buying that car. So if you wanted to buy a new car, maybe you need $10,000 for a down payment for that dream car that you've always wanted. And you know, in order to get to $10,000 in 10 months, you need to save $1,000 every single month. Super measurable, super trackable, and you can make sure you're on track to accomplish your goal. Now, the next letter in SMARTER is A, and that's all about having a goal that's achievable for you in the time frame that you set. You don't want to set yourself up for failure. You don't want to bring yourself down, because if you're automatically setting yourself up for failure, you're not going to accomplish this goal and you're not going to continue to make goals for yourself going on throughout your life. So make sure it's an obtainable goal. Now, I'm not saying that you should have a goal so simple and so easy that it should just be easily done in a day. You want something that's going to kind of stretch yourself, that's going to be challenging for yourself, but a goal that you know that you can accomplish with the right work ethic. While you're thinking about, is this achievable or is this not achievable, I want you to think about a few questions. One is, do I have the right resources to achieve this goal? And if not, how long will it take me to get those resources to achieve this goal? Another question you can ask yourself, have others done this before? Is there a roadmap to success? And I'm not saying that you can only do things that people have done before, because that's not true. It just may take a lot longer for you to figure out those processes. So give yourself enough time for failure to achieve that goal, because not everything is going to be a yellow brick road to success. The next letter in SMARTER is R. So in terms of being realistic, which is what R stands for, you want to make sure that this is something that your mind can comprehend, that you can accomplish. If you set a goal for yourself that you know in your head that you can't accomplish, then there's no point in setting it at all. So you want to make sure that in your mind, this is realistic. Whether it's been done before, however big or small, you need to believe in your mind that this is realistic. If you don't believe that, your subconscious decisions are never going to amount to achieving that goal, no matter how big or how small. And another thing with realistic goals is just being able to commit yourself to achieving that goal. For an example, and on if something's realistic, let's just say, let's go back to fitness. If you want to lose 50 pounds, don't give yourself 1 week to do it. It's just not realistic. You have to go after things that are realistic, that you know are possible in the world, and that aren't just something that you wrote down and you think should happen just because you wrote it down on a piece of paper. Now, the T in SMARTER stands for timely. You need to set yourself a deadline. You need to set yourself a deadline, whether it's in a week, whether it's in a month, whether it's 3 months, 3 years, whatever. It needs to have a timeline that you can go back and hold yourself accountable to. Without a timeline, this written down goal can just be pushed off and procrastinated because there's so many other things going on in your life that this goal, yeah, it's something you want to do, but you're never going to hold yourself accountable because there's no physical timestamp for you to get it done. Now go ahead and write down a deadline for the goal that you want to reach right now. Now let's get on to the E in SMARTER. You want to evaluate your goals. Now, a lot of people just stop and say SMART goals, but SMARTER really is important, because if you don't evaluate where you are, and this goes back into the T, if you don't evaluate where you are on that 1 year goal every single month or weekly or bi-weekly, whatever schedule works for you, it's just gonna get pushed off to the side. You're gonna forget about it, it's never gonna get done, and you're never gonna accomplish your goals. It's just as simple as that. You need to check in on them. You need to evaluate when they're gonna get done, and you need to evaluate where you are. So maybe you fell behind on one of the months, and maybe you're like, wow, I'm glad that I checked in on this goal, because I would have never gotten to the point that I needed to get to if I didn't know I needed to do double the work this month to get to my goal from the 1 year point from when I set it. Now the R is something that you need to do to look forward to. Yeah, accomplishing your goals is great, but you need to be rewarded. You need to reward yourself. And that's something that I love doing for myself, whether it's a new piece of camera gear that I want, whether going on a trip, whether it's buying a new computer, whatever it is, give yourself a reward. It could be as simple as going and getting cookies. If you're on a fitness journey or a fitness goal, reward yourself. You lost 20 pounds, you lost 50 pounds, so go get yourself that cookie. You started that business, so take yourself out to a nice dinner, have some nice drinks, reward yourself, celebrate your goals. That's all what this is all about. You just accomplished something, you bettered yourself, you got to the next level. So you need to reward yourself. That tricks your mind into wanting to do more goals and wanting to accomplish more goals and being more disciplined. The more goals that you accomplish and the more you're able to reward yourself. So guys, I would like to know exactly what goals you're working on right now, whether it's a goal that you want to accomplish in a few days or a few years. Please go comment them below. I want to kind of talk to you guys about them. If you guys have any questions, put them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like these kind of videos that are self-motivating and self-improvement videos more than marketing videos, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to make more of these and kind of give you guys an in-depth look on how maybe I accomplish my own goals and some of my own goals that I've been working on currently. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, go ahead, head over there, DM me. I always reply. It's at Zach Kerber. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.